Welcome, everybody, to the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer. This is episode 10. It's been a very long week. It's been a very long day. It's been a very long morning. But welcome to Friday night's Triple B Experience. We're going to talk a whole bunch of stuff today, as much as I can get in. Some wrestling, some Star Wars, anything you guys want to talk about, some MCU news. As much as I can. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I just want to get on to the social media site of my Facebook site so I can get you guys situated, so I can read your comments and everything else. So let me get in here. It's been a long day, people. I don't know how you guys are doing, but I'm doing pretty good. So yeah, Shane, how you doing, brother? Star Wars. But let me get out of what I've been doing the last couple days in this podcast world. Last week we had a special interview with the Rad Boys from Imagine Wrestling. They have a big show next week, Saturday night. Our own special guest on the special panel for WrestleMania and any type of pay-per-view shows we do for Pick'ems. The world beater, Chris Coleman, will be going for the number one contendership against Spencer Slade next week, and the Rad Boys will be defending their title. So I just want to say hello to Shane, special field correspondent, Donnie Fulmer, Mr. Tapout. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. And I want to thank Shane Stodmiller, Donnie Fulmer, Chris Coleman, Double D, Todd DeFazio, Rich Smoke from the Smartest Man in Philadelphia, and Larry Stryker from Extreme Wrestling Podcast for doing the pre-picks for Mania and doing the aftermath of Mania. I appreciate all those guys coming on. We are going to be doing that all the time. It's something that I like to do. It's something that these guys, I think, are having fun with, and we want to see who's going to be the champion. Nice turkeys. Nice turkey, Shane. See who's the champion of all these pay-per-views. We'll probably have a winner maybe after Rumble of this year, and we'll see what we can do, and hopefully everybody is enjoying that, and I'm enjoying hosting it and all that stuff. Brother Paul Atlas, thanks for tuning in. Richie Allen, thanks for tuning in. A little bit of wrestling news. I just seen that Drew McIntyre has been taken off SmackDown and autograph sessions. I just seen this before I jumped on live. And I know his contract is up, and there is a lot of controversy and a lot of discrepancy from Monday night's Raw Fallout and the show AEW. I thought AEW was way better than Monday Night Raw, and everybody expects WWE after WrestleMania to just explode with excitement. Yes, there is Star Wars news, Steve Schatz. Thanks for tuning in. But let me get some wrestling stuff out of the way. But in my opinion, they rewrote it like 65 times Monday night. It was terrible. AEW captivated my attention Wednesday with FTR reclaiming a title. I believe those guys, maybe we're going back to Vince and WWE with Triple H running it. I don't think that's the case now. Just my opinion, because I think I'm entitled to have my opinion as of lately. I guess not, because I guess I'm a Hulk Hogan wannabe from what I've been told, because I give my opinion on other topics that have nothing to do with Star Wars, pulp culture, wrestling, because I was, a Hulk Hogan wannabe, and I didn't want to debate big. I don't want to get into serious topics on social media. Maybe I'll get on my soapbox a little bit. I don't want to do that. I just gave my opinion. Somebody didn't like it. Say, hey, you debate more of professional wrestling. That's right, because you know what? I don't. It's my opinion. I'm not making anybody mad with my opinion about professional wrestling, as I would maybe make people mad with my opinion of what's going on in the world. I'm not a politician. I never claimed to be one, but I'll tell you something right now. I'm not that sensitive, brother. And, I'm not what somebody called me this morning in my post. I am not that. I am not, I'm passionate about what I believe in and what I like, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to tell you something, and if you're listening, which I seriously doubt you are, But I'm going to tell you something right now. Anybody that thinks they can get in a professional wrestling ring, whether it's whatever, they think they could do all that in a bag of chips. I'm telling you right, they're fucking wrong. They want to sit behind a keyboard and they want to type and they want to be a big time guy. Well, you know what, brother? There's a lot of schools in Western Pennsylvania. If you want to talk about fake shit, get your fucking sorry ass and go sign a waiver and go sign something so you can go train and then you can see how tough you are, Mr. Sensitive, Mr. You know, sorry, I'm getting off topic because it is what it is. Moving on. I'm not going to waste any more time. I was trying to be funny, and I don't want to say what I truly feel because I want to entertain you guys on my podcast, and I'm going to move on. So, listen, if people do not like my content or whatever, please get off my platform. And there's a lot of people that like my content, and they like my passion and how I love the things that I do, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I would never bash anybody for liking the hobbies or doing the things that they do in life. I never do. So just because I don't agree with you, I gave my opinion. You didn't like it. I'm so sorry, but it is what it is. Okay, where the hell was I going? Because I was fucking all bent out of control. Oh, I was talking wrestling. Donnie, you would fucking kill him. You would kill him. But yes, I just think okay, now that the big merger with WWE and Vince looks like a villain off of the Dudley Do Right cartoons. Look, Vince has done stuff that I never will ever be able to do. He's a billionaire. He runs one of the greatest companies in modern history. I understand that. But also, too, when it's time to maybe let someone else run the reins like Triple H, I don't see anything wrong with that. I think Triple H is very knowledgeable about the way wrestling business should be and how he books talent, how he hires talent, how he does all that. But Monday night, we see the catastrophic situation that people are unhappy and people like I just said before that I come on the show, Drew McIntyre is not going to be on SmackDown. That's what they say. It could be a rumor. And hey, Bill Johnson, thanks for tuning into the Triple B Experience. So all I want to say is I know Tony Khan is a little bit hyper. I don't know what he's on. Maybe he drinks a couple energy drinks and maybe he drinks 2 pots of coffee before he does every major announcement every 2 weeks. I think that's a little bit overdone. I mean, I'm happy. Look, they're going over to London and Wembley Stadium, and it's going to be a great show. They have great talent as long as they can book it the way that people want to see it. They're bringing on Kenny Potts. Thanks for tuning into the Triple B Experience. I think that with FTR winning a title, I'm a big MJF fan. I think he's great as the heavyweight champion. I just think it's a little bit more edgier than WWE, but also too, I wasn't happy with Monday night with Brock doing what he did to Cody Rhodes and burying him. So I mean, he just fucking buried him. He buried him so deep, you can't find Cody. And I know it's going to be Stephen Harris. Thank you for tuning in to the Triple B. I know that, and this is raw, uncut, and uncensored. I only have a little bit of script, so I get the dates right on the pop culture stuff I'm talking about, but I'm talking about stuff from the heart right now, the wrestling stuff. Hopefully I know about wrestling a little bit, teeny little bit. I just think with Cody Rhodes, yeah, it looked, I watched it again. I wish they would have had that match and maybe he would have turned, but still, I like Brock Lesnar, but Brock does not need to be into the title shot. And there is some talent in AEW that's not getting shined right now. They're just not getting an opportunity. And a lot of these guys might have went to the WWE if Triple H was there. I think the people that Triple H signed, I think Vince might get rid of them. Like I said, Drew McIntyre, Bayley is unhappy. There's other people that are unhappy right now. There is a lot of people. Yeah, you're right, Richie. Where does Cody go from here? I have no idea. They killed him. Joe, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B Experience. Troy Fritz, what's going on? Wild Boar Films owner, director, and professional wrestler. Diamond Troy Justice. How you doing tonight? I think they fucking buried Cody so bad. You're not going to find him. You're not going to find him. He's like Jimmy Hoffa, Larry Stryker, Shane Stallman. Did I hear the haters? There's haters everywhere, brother Larry. What happened to Bray Wyatt, Troy? I believe that due to creative differences, because Vince was coming back. Vince was coming back. I'm telling you, it was a shit show Monday night, Shane. It was an independent. It was an indie show booked 17 times before 8 o'clock with the script written out. It wasn't good. He is injured, Donnie says. Okay, that and also I think creative differences because I think Donnie also he they wanted him to do the Fiend, and I don't think he wants to do the Fiend. He wanted to do Bray Wyatt. So he's injured and creative differences. I'll go with both of those. I thought Bray Wyatt coming back was great, and now they're making him take the long road. Yes, the long road to China. And that's the way it is. But look, there's 3 pay-per-views coming. I believe there's one coming up pretty soon for WWE. We have a Pick'em show. The AEW, we will do that. I didn't watch the Ring of Honor, but we picked. But Chris and Donnie from Team Tap Out was 1 and 2 respectively in our Pick'ems. They did great. They know their shit. And the last and worst person in the Pick Me matches at WrestleMania is the guy you're looking at right now. I was terrible. Larry Stryker says AEW is the best in the business today. I believe that. I believe that, Larry. But if every match was like Gunther and Drew and Sheamus and a little bit of some other matches, maybe like Charlotte and Rhea Ripley, WWE would give them. But it's Vince booking. Look, I mean, right now it's 14 after, 15 after 8, and they haven't shown a match on SmackDown yet. Commercials. They didn't show a wrestling match Monday night until probably 8:48, which is bullshit. Which I gave AEW, like more than likely they're going right into a match at 8 o'clock. Now with the MJF little Frank Sinatra little concert, that was cool. No offense, he is talented. He was on the Rosie O'Donnell show when he was a little kid. He can sing, he can perform, and I believe he kicked fucking MacGyver's ass down at Steel City Con. I think MacGyver wanted to try to duct tape something together, and I think MJF said, fuck you, dude. I'm the champ with the Triple B, and I'm going to slap the shit right out of your mouth. I'm just saying. I that was the only worth me going to the Steel City Con to see him. So, yeah, at 8:15 right now on SmackDown. No, I'm wrong. They probably started early. I'm sorry. I'm real sensitive today. I'm sorry I messed up. So they did start a wrestling match a little after 8. I'm triple tasking. I'm doing my show. I'm watching the monitor, and I got my eye on a corner to wrestling. If something big happens, I can let you guys know because I know you guys are watching it too. But that is, that's my take. I'm trying to do a lot more of wrestling. Hopefully, some independent companies get a hold of me and let me do the review wrap up next week. There'll be a lot of shows. Like I said, next Saturday night is Imagine Wrestling with our man, the world beater, Chris Coleman, facing Spencer Slade in the #1 contendership for the Imagine Heavyweight title, and then the Rad Boys will be defending their title. I know RWA is wrestling, I think, next week. I think Rise is wrestling. IWC is wrestling at the end of the month with Jake the Snake Roberts and Brian Cage. I'll try to put up some stuff and do like an independent roundup. If anybody is listening out there, that is independent wrestling staff or whatever, if they want to get me the matches, I will be more than happy to put all the matches on and do a Chevy Chase kind of Saturday Night Live monologue news report right here on the Triple B Experience to try to get more exposure to independent wrestling in Western Pennsylvania. So thank you. I appreciate that, and I'll see what happens. But anyway, let's get to some big stuff besides the wrestling stuff that I just talked about. The big stuff today is the 3-day weekend in London about Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Star Wars is near and dear to my heart. I'm very passionate about Star Wars, like I'm very passionate about every hobby that I have. That's why I do this show. This is the only show that does wrestling, pulp culture, and comics and interviews. No other show out there, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nobody does that. I do it. Admittedly, a little egotistical. Maybe I rant and rave a little bit too much, but God damn it, I try to be as entertaining as I can be. And with all you guys supporting me, I will keep trudging along through the snow to get to destinies and grab that ring and try to be who I can try to be, I guess. But anyway, the Star Wars celebration. I know Shane's waiting at his house. He's ready. Oh, Larry, if I could be on fire like you were the other day when you had to tell somebody to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like some people should be seen and not heard. Hey, Troy, well, some people should be seen and not heard. I would like to go off on a lot of people, but I don't want to. This is a format where I want to be entertaining. I can, and yeah, they couldn't handle it. Nobody could handle it if I was going off. Woo! But I'm going to go off about Star Wars. So, yes, the Star Wars celebration was held in London, started today. Will be ending on the 10th. Will be all week long. Thank you for agreeing, Larry. Thank you very much. They had announced, this is huge for anybody that's a Star Wars fan. They announced 3 Star Wars movies. Now, the last 3 Star Wars movies sucked. They were fucking terrible. They were god awful, but as a kid who went in 1977 and seen every Star Wars movie in the movie theater, it was my civic duty to go and see these movies. And they killed fucking Han Solo in the first one out of that series, out of the last 3, and I was pissed. So The Last Skywalker was not good. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau made something that captivated the hearts, souls, and minds of Star Wars fans across the globe. They created The Mandalorian. And if no one's ever saw this show, I don't care what you do, but I tell you what, it is a great show. It makes you escape, and it's a fantasy, and it's got us, the story is a long story. It's just like Cody Rhodes now trying to go for the title. The Mandalorian is a long story. They're on chapter 22 right now, season 3. Last night, and I know I'm talking Star Wars. I'm so excited. Last night was epic. I could not believe the cameos of the stars that were on that episode of The Mandalorian. I cannot believe it. I thought it was a joke when I saw it on social media. I thought someone was photoshopping some pictures of these guests on The Mandalorian. Now, if you guys don't know what The Mandalorian is, you need to watch it. You need to get yourself culturalized of Star Wars lore. It is the thing. That is the show that saved Star Wars for a lot of fans. And I'm one of them. Like I give The Mandalorian 8+. Look, it ain't about whatever this is or whatever character this needs to be. I'm escaping real life bullshit for watching The Mandalorian. It's badass. I like it. I know it's a Disney Plus show, but I do like it. And they had some cameos last night. Now, I'm sorry if you didn't see it. Please cover your ears, but everything gets spoiled. I'm not trying to spoil everything. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but I'm going to tell you who was there. Actually, they had a character. They had a star, Romeo and Juliet kind of aliens mixing, and the actor that played that was Spider-Man's brother, Tom Holland's brother, was that actor all in makeup. That was one cameo. I don't know if you guys knew that. If you watched it, that is one cameo. Now, the second cameo, like, I'm not a big into her singing, but God bless her. She's a big pop star. And I cannot believe that she's been a Star Wars fan all her life. Her dad was a Star Wars fan. I'm okay with it. I'm cool. Her part yesterday that I saw yesterday was great. Lizzo, the pop star Lizzo, played the Duchess of the Outer Realm planet Plazar 15. She did a great job. I thought she did a great job. She didn't sing, she acted. So I thought that was great. That's the second cameo for The Mandalorian last night. Now, this one, I did not think. I'm telling you, I thought somebody was photoshopping it and they were messing with my head. The third cameo, I'll wait. I'll wait for the big cameo, like I thought. The third cameo is not as big as the fourth cameo. The third cameo is a man who was Doc Brown in Back to the Future. You know, he was on Taxi. You know, hey, Louie. I can't do him. I try. I could, but if I was eating chocolate chip cookies that were laced with marijuana, I could probably talk just like him because that episode he was just eating chocolate chip cookies and he was trying to take a driver's test. Christopher Lloyd was on The Mandalorian last night's episode playing the planet security commissioner Hellgate. So with a name like that, you know he has to be bad. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. So Shane, I hope you're still listening, Shane. I know you are. You want to add some more Star Wars comments, please do, Shane. Now, this is the main cameo of The Mandalorian. Last night's episode, they have 2 more episodes left. I don't know how they're gonna, I think I know how they're gonna end it, and I'll do that after I tell you the cameo. Major Hollywood star, the singer of Tenacious Z, Jack Black. That's right. I'm going to say it again. Jack Black was on The Mandalorian in a cameo appearance. He played Captain Bombardier, a former Imperial officer who was enamored and in love with the Duchess. They were a couple. That's right. Jack Black, School of Rock, Nacho Libre was on Star Wars. Now he's in the Star Wars lore. Everybody under the sun wants to be in a Star Wars movie in some kind of way, in some little part. I'm telling you, I would. Oh, wait. Oh. Didn't like the cameos. Loved the ending. Wanted Christopher Lloyd to be the old school man. Oh. I liked it. I thought it was okay, Shane. I thought it was cool. And yes, I'm going to get to your next announcement that you just seen. That's what I said about the next. They announced 3 Star Wars movies. And the 3 Star Wars movies, one will be directed by James Mangold, who did Wolverine and Old Man Logan. That could be something. It could be a little bit more edgier in the Star Wars lore. I liked Wolverine and I loved Old Man Logan because that was the top-rated R-rated superhero movie in probably 1 to 2 selections of all time. And now they have another movie that I'm not a Daisy Ridley fan due to the fact of the last 3 trilogies. One of those movies she will be playing Rey, and it will be 9 to 15 years after The Last Skywalker. I don't know about that one. I'm feeling a lukewarm feeling inside my stomach. I'm very sensitive. That's what I'm feeling. A little bit of sensitive force, so I don't know how I'll go and see that. Okay. But I don't know if it'll be rock hard that I have to go to the movie. I'll go to the movie theater because that's how I am, because I've seen every Star Wars movie in the movie theater. But this third movie by Dave Filoni will end. Now, I read this. It will end the arc of The Mandalorian. That's right. The TV show, The Mandalorian, will end up on the big screen, and that whole arc will end on the big screen. I'm okay with that. That'll be awesome. Seeing Mando on the big screen with the Mandalorians kicking everybody's ass. And I just want to say, before I get into some other stuff, the last 2 episodes, I know some people don't watch the animated stuff, but you need to watch the Rebels because they are introducing the Rebel characters in live form. You have to pay attention because you will know, you'll be like, who in the hell are they? Who in the hell are they? Oh, yeah. Shane says 2029, Dave ends it. Yeah, I mean, the story can only go so long, and then it goes right into, where, it's good. Yes. So they will make The Mandalorian a major blockbuster movie, and it will rake in big money. I'm telling you that right now because Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau is the heart and soul, even though Kathleen Kennedy is the higher-ups in Star Wars. I can't stand her, but she's terrible. But those 2 guys make money. They believe in what they're doing. They're passionate about what they're doing, and they will end it on a. It was it was this TV show that saved the franchise in my eyes. Susan Yeomans, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B Experience. Welcome. It's a Friday night pulp culture talking about Star Wars. We'll talk about anything you want to talk about. I'll talk about anything if you guys want to talk about, as long as it ain't and as long as it ain't political, we'll be okay. But also, too, they announced today the trailer for Ahsoka, and here it is. That's what Shane says. The Ahsoka trailer was fucking nuts. That's right. I'm telling you, they are coming full tilt, because actually the Star Wars universe is going to be like the Netflix universe when they did with the Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Jessica Jones, and combined to the Defenders. I think that's going to be, you know, I don't know about that. I don't know about Boba Fett was good. I like Boba Fett. I really did. I like Boba Fett. I truly like Boba Fett. And I forgot one of the cameos in The Mandalorian was Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks returned to The Mandalorian. She's not longer anywhere with. She's not working for WWE. She is one of the Japan's ladies champion. So she gets to do a little bit more of Hollywood. And I figured she was coming back, but I didn't realize that until last night when I saw her. So she is back in The Mandalorian. That was another cameo that I missed. I do write some notes. Troy, the Punisher is actually filming right now on Daredevil. The Born Again series, they are filming as we speak, Troy. They are bringing back Wilson Fisk into that. John Berthenol is your Punisher, Troy. And it will be very, very good. I believe so. And I believe that they're going to make the Punisher turn into hopefully one of the Midnight Suns. Justin, thanks for tuning into the Triple B Experience. I think that they're going to have the Midnight Suns, Troy, which is a horror special team force that takes out vampires and demons of the night, because realistically, then the Punisher can go crazy on them, because he can't go crazy on Disney Plus shows on human beings. He can't get that super ultraviolet, Troy, on Disney Plus, but he can with creatures, though. And the Midnight Suns will be something I think the Punisher will be in. And John Berthenol is one hell of a guy in real life, and every movie he's done is a very good movie. But yeah, the Star Wars stuff, guys, is just something. Tomorrow, they'll probably do the Skeleton Crew maybe preview. I think the Acolytes. That show is like pre-Way Jedi. So I don't know. They got 2 more days. I think they blew their nut like today with the Ahsoka. I'll watch the Ahsoka. I'll watch the Ahsoka one again. Oh, let's see. Disney might sell Star Wars and keep the MCU. I don't know who would buy Star Wars. They probably can't afford it, Shane. Robert Cook, thanks for tuning into the Triple B Experience, where we're talking pulp culture. We already talked some wrestling. We're talking a little bit of Star Wars. If you have anything you want to talk about, it's a free forum. We're raw, uncut, uncensored. I swear in this show, and that's the way it is. I tell it the way it is. Some people don't like it, but you know what? Sometimes it has to be like that. So, but I do appreciate everybody for tuning in on a Friday night. I know everybody's busy in the world, and I do appreciate the fan support that they've been showing to me throughout the years. Yes, I'm a little hyper, but I think I have to bring that to the table when I'm trying to do this show, because I'm going to tell you guys, honestly, doing a one-man band show is kind of hard, but I wouldn't do it any other way until I do some panels, which we're going to be doing here momentarily, coming pretty soon to the next pay-per-view. Yes, Ahsoka does look, yes, look really good. Okay, Shane says they are shopping. You heard it here first on the Triple B, says. Special field correspondent Shane knows a lot of shit. He watches a lot of stuff. He pays attention. I didn't even know that, but I don't know who the hell would buy it unless it would be like Amazon Prime. Amazon. I don't know. Maybe the company that just bought the WWE wants to buy fucking Walt Disney. I don't know. Maybe they'll put Brock Lesnar in a Mandalorian outfit and make Cody Rhodes like a Jedi Knight, and then he just doesn't even get his fucking saber. He doesn't get his lightsaber out, and it's all over with crying like it was Monday night. So, but anyway, yes, they got some, like, pretty soon, like less than 3 weeks, and there'll be some more news probably next week about some Star Wars stuff that happened this week, and also too, and MCU stuff. The Secret Wars. Okay, it's for sale. Star Wars is for sale. I can't afford to buy it because of my salary. I can afford to buy a couple action figures, and I can't even afford to buy the Millennium Falcon because the action figure toy, the Millennium Falcon, is a couple $100 if it's out of the box, and if it's in the box, it could be probably close to 1,000, maybe the original one. I wish I had the original. I had the second Boba Fett action figure, the original Boba Fett, when it had the missile launcher in the back, because they had to turn it back in the they had to turn it back in '82 because kids were choking on it. That prototype is worth, I think, 10 grand. And I think the singer Rick Springfield has the original prototype. I do have a couple. I do have a couple figures. I mean, I do. I'm not gonna lie. I collect stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big, hey, I'm a big comic book fanatic. So, um, that's what I do. Hopefully, I could get some stuff done. But it's very, very busy. There's a lot of comic book stuff going on, and there's a lot of comic book conventions. I'm going next week, I believe, to Monroeville briefly to look at some stuff, not go crazy. And I'm taking the family down with me. They're gonna go shopping because I got to get some stuff, because I had a big tree that went down in my yard last week when I lost my power for WrestleMania, and thought I was going in having a coronary because I couldn't get any Bob's Pizza because I've been trying to eat right, and I couldn't get any buy low subs because everything was closed on the side of town. And my sensitive self had to go to Fox's Pizza, and I had to get a hoagie from 9th Street Deli, which was okay. But Bilo subs are very good in Indiana. They do a great job on 4th Street. Plug out for them. And also Bob's Pizza. Teddy, I love Bob's Pizza, and I love the Wapo. You can't go wrong. And I wanted to get some Bob's Pizza because I haven't had Bob's Pizza in a while because I'm trying to watch what I eat. I'm still down 30. I think I plateaued a little bit. I got to jack up the workout and stuff like that. Loretta Dalton, thank you for tuning in to the Triple B Experience. Thank you so much. And I'm just trying to do this. This is the third podcast this week, guys. So it's like nightly news, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in. But let me get back to MC. I'm all over the fucking place today. Bing, bing, bong, bing, bing. I'm everywhere. Secret Wars, the new TV show on Disney Plus by MCU. The first episode will be on June 21st, 2023. And I don't know if you guys know what Secret Invasion is. It was a comic book. It was an 8-part series when the Skrulls infiltrated the Earth superheroes. Now, at this time, they had Captain America got assassinated in the comic books. Other superheroes like Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, Mockingbird, a lot of superheroes were infiltrated by the Skrull. It's going to be more like an espionage kind of thing. It's going to be a cloak and dagger kind of stuff. I believe they are going to introduce the Super Skrull into the Secret Invasion on Disney Plus. The Secret Skrull had all the powers of the Fantastic Four. I don't know if they're going to do that due to the fact that the Fantastic Four cast has not been announced and it hasn't had a movie yet. So they are a little bit behind the times. But honestly, they had to, in that storyline, that's when they had Harry Osborn had to defeat the Skrulls, when he became director of S.H.I.E.L.D., and he was the Iron Patriot, and it was an 8-part series. Now they have a Secret Wars 2 out right now. It's a 5-part series. I got all 5, but I have not read them yet. And I think they did that due to the fact that they're doing this Secret Invasion. John Lewis, thanks for tuning into the Triple B Experience. They're doing this, Samuel Jackson, something might happen. I don't think he's going to be Nick Fury too much longer. They're bringing a lot of people into this Secret Invasion where you thought they were major characters in the MCU, but they will be infiltrated by the Skrull. That's why it's going to be a good show. I believe it's going to be a good show. Look, you got Samuel Jackson on Disney Plus. He can't say, I'm going to kill you, motherfucker. No, he can't do that. But Samuel Jackson's a good actor. I like Samuel Jackson. They're going to bring some people back from major roles from the MCU. Maria Hill will be back into that. The Queen of, you're going to have to, Emily Duncan from the Game of Thrones will be the Skrull princess. Look, it's not going to be the same as the book. Nothing ever is when they do this to movies. That's just the way it is. And also in 3 weeks will be the huge Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and that will be probably the best MCU movie in a while since Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man movie. Doc Strange was okay when the Illuminati was there and showed up and all those different actors. But I think the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be very, very good, and you will see probably Dave Bautista's character dying and maybe Rocket Raccoon. I believe that will be because Dave Bautista wants to go where James Gunn is going. And there has been speculation that James Gunn has been sent to DC. So in a couple years that they can have the DCU and MCU crossovers. That's right. You heard it here first. I'm sure if you read stuff, you probably already know. In the comic book, they actually have crossed over before a couple times where they've had Superman versus Spider-Man. They had Batman versus the Incredible Hulk. And then they did some kind of comic book where both characters from DC and Marvel intermixed to create one new character. They did that for a while. I have all that series, but I don't know if they will do that. But also, too, if they would have Justice League versus the Avengers, which they have had before in the comic book, and if that went to the silver screen, that could make a lot of money. So James Gunn, maybe later on. Also, too, I'm moving from MCU news to DCU. This week, they also had the Blue Beetle trailer. I thought it was okay. I thought that kid was an asshole when I saw him down at Steel City Con because, his agent probably made him say he couldn't take any pictures with little kids. The little kid was like, hey, can you take a picture? And he's like, no, I can't do it. I thought that was a bullshit call. Come on, man. That's a little kid. Could have changed his world. Come on. Lakin, thank you for tuning in for the Triple B Experience. How you doing this evening? I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. It could have changed his life. A little kid with an opportunity to see a big, huge star for the 2 seconds it takes to go, click, click. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Because people remember that. That little kid will remember that till the day he, turns 85 years old. That day that, Miguel from Cobra Kai took a picture with him. But no, he had to walk right by. But he is the star for the Blue Beetle. I thought it was okay. So we shall see. I don't know. I think that DCU, look, Shazam is already, I think, on HBO Max probably next week. So what's that tell you? What does that tell you, people? What's that tell you? It doesn't. Sometimes it don't pay to go to the movies because then it's out in a couple weeks. Like that Year 65 is out right now. You can rent it right now with Driver when he goes back in time to fight the fucking dinosaurs. Wyatt, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B Experience. So realistically, there's movies and opportunities to watch in a movie theater, which I understand. It's a great experience, and everybody wants that movie experience. But realistically, if a movie is shitty and they're going right to streaming already, it's ridiculous. Shazam wasn't that good from what I read, and I was going to wait on it anyway. John Wick's going to be out here pretty soon. I want to see John Wick, but also, too, I will go to the Guardians of Volume 3 to see that in the movie theater. I will see Marvel MCU movies. I have the whole time, and I'm not going to quit doing it. And I have seen the last Planet of the Apes series in the movie theater. I didn't do Godzilla because it was COVID time. Usually with those bigger movies, I go see. I do not go see horror movies in the movie theater. I'm very, very sorry. That's not my cup of tea. I know people, but you can like what you want to like because this is America, and you can watch Step Up movies. You can watch Love Ballad. You can watch Pitch Perfect 25 for all I fucking care. But that's why we live in America, and you can watch. I don't watch that stuff. I'm okay, but you guys can do that. Whatever you want to do is fine with me. And if you guys watch some movies, you're like, hey, Bubba, if you got time. Troy, how was Scream 6? It's okay, Troy. You're a big horror fan. Scream 6, I believe, Troy, Scream 6 actually made more money than like 4 of the other Screams combined, I think. Like, it had a nice showing, but it's probably on streaming right now, too. I believe that. So, if you guys got any things, send me a Facebook message and like, hey, Bob, Watch this. I know Shane tells me to watch stuff all the time. Like I said, I just got done with the Mayor of Kingstown. That's a good show if you guys want to watch that. Right now, I'm watching Picard. I'm 2 episodes behind, or an episode behind. And Fear the Walking Dead's coming May 14th. And I still watch The Mandalorian religiously. I probably watch it 2 or 3 times during the week because I always miss something. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I watch Mandalorian or Star Wars, I shut up. I don't say nothing. You can ask my future wife. I don't say shit. We talk about it afterwards. It's like homework, and then we do the Easter eggs, and then we can discuss it. It's like a school project. It's like a college thesis thing where we and she's very scholarly, and honestly, she likes Star Wars. So and George Barber says, watch the Rockford Files. I don't know if George Barber's listening to my show. George is one of the biggest James Gardner fans of all time. And also, he loves The Notebook. He loves The Notebook. I have never seen The Notebook because, I'm not into love stories. But I know he likes Steve McQueen in The Great Escape. And because James Gardner was in The Great Escape. So, yes, Barber, he just private messaged me. Oh, and I don't know if he's listening because he private messaged me. He said the Warriors, first time I ever seen the Warriors was George. We had a group at work, and George. It was good, and that's Barber's favorite movie is the Warriors. So it's okay for anybody to have any kind of movie that you love. It's cool, and I believe George met all the actors at the Steel City Con. I think he got a nice poster signed by it, stuff like that. Like George is one of the biggest comic book guys I know. He has a great collection, and me and him shoot the shit about comic books all the time. He has a great collection. Like he has a little bit more than me. I'm a little envious sometimes because he does have the first appearance of the Punisher or the original of the Punisher. I do not. So, yeah. And George, I think I don't know if you're on. If you, yeah. Oh, he is on. Yeah, he's on. Yeah, because I went to the private message, so yeah. So thanks for the name drop. He has 6 of them. 6 of them, he says. No, that's cool, Barbara. No, I would love to get you on the show because you're very scholarly. We just we'll talk about stuff we love. Because if we talk about other stuff, the ratings will go through the roof, and then we could quit our day job and make millions. But no, I appreciate everybody for doing stuff. I know you will, and I appreciate it. And you have an open invite anytime to come on this show and shoot the shit about pulp culture and comic books. Anytime you can do it. I know you're busy, but you always have an open invitation. Troy, I'm going to get you on eventually too. I've been doing some interviews. Like last week, I did a great interview with the Rad Boys, the hottest, most genuine tag team in the East Coast today. They are the Imagine Tag Team Champions. Those guys are some great guys. If you haven't heard that podcast, please do it. It's great. I try to be professional when I do my interviews, and also Team Tap Out, Mr. Tap Out, Donnie Fulmer, and World Beater Chris Coleman. With that interview, I did that interview, and another interview I did was with Dr. Tom Pritchard. So I did 3 interviews in less than a month, or a little over a month. So they're back in the archives on the YouTube channel and on Spotify. I also do this podcast where we talk pulp cultures, and we have a lot. There's a lot of Star Wars stuff coming up. There is a lot of MCU stuff coming up. And me and Barbara talked about stuff this week about the MCU because we're comic book historians. I know I get bent out of shape when something from the comic book isn't right with the movie, but I have to realize I don't take any pills, but just calm down and just be happy that the MCU characters are on TV shows and movies, because me and Barbara can remember when it was a cheesy Spider-Man and it was Lou Ferrigno as the Incredible Hulk, which I did like that series. And they had a Doc Strange movie that was it was okay, but you to get it on eBay cost you $60. And also that Fantastic Four movie where I saw half of it and it's never got produced. So that's what we have. But I will say this: Marvel is better than DC, and he says Hulk was a million times better. Yeah, I agree. I agree it was. Totally. I like Lou Ferrigno. I thought Lou Ferrigno was, no, George is not that. Jesus. Oh, Troy. No, but yeah, Lou Ferrigno, he was hitting on my fiance when he was eating a banana. And what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna fuck with Lou Ferrigno. I ain't stupid. I mean, I wouldn't get, I'd say something funny. I mean, she got hit on by Flash too. John Wesley Shipp was fucking hitting on her too. And then everybody from Sons of Anarchy were hitting on her. Well, that's why I'm marrying her, because Lou Ferrigno hit on her. So I'm marrying somebody, and Michael Rooker was hitting on her. So I mean, I have to maintain peace. And hey, it is whatever. But hey, it's cool that my other half likes the stuff that I like, and so yeah. Oh God, Troy, you're funny. But look, I appreciate. I'm going to get out of here because I know everybody. It's Friday night. I got 800 million things to do, but I got a lot of stuff to talk about, and I got some stuff out of my system. We talked some Star Wars, a little MCU, definitely some wrestling. Like I said, we're going to do the guest panel here for the next pay-per-views with the guys. I love bringing those guys on. They are full of wrestling knowledge. I suck at picking anything. I think I pick from the heart, you know. And Shane, thank you. Night all, thank you, thank you. If you haven't hit subscribe to the Triple B Experience, I have over 200 and some videos of bass shows in the archives. You can, yeah, I can bring you. I can bring you and Troy on. That's all three of you. I can bring all three of us on. I can do that. It'd be a good pulp culture icon of a day. I would do that. I could do anything. I could bring up to 10 people or more. Thanks, Troy. Thank you. But also, too, you can listen to me on Spotify. And next week, Wednesday, I got the Steelers, the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty show. I'll be ready with some more Steeler talk. And I'm going to do a mock draft. And there is a lot of this Steeler off season has been crazy. I can't wait for the draft. And we're going to do a mega cast with the Steelers Realm Boys, where I'm going to talk football, and it's going to be something. And I appreciate this is the third show of the week. I like to do two, but this week I've been pretty booked. That's why I like to do stuff at night. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. George Barber, thanks for tuning in, brother. You and Troy and me, one of these days, we will get the three of us on and we will talk pulp culture. Just pulp culture. No other crazy stuff. Pulp culture. Stuff we love that are hobbies. Yeah. Okay, everybody, have a great weekend and a better tomorrow. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Please hit like and subscribe. I'm going to hit the replay. I share it all over the place, but I got 935 subscribers. I want to get to 950. Still want to get to 1,000. Still got to get more stuff, because then if I can make $5, I can buy myself a Blizzard, because it is the month of the Blizzard. Support Indiana County. Support Bob's Pizza. Go down and get a slice. Tell Teddy I said hello. And if you need some beer, go to Alley Cat Beverage in Clymer, Pennsylvania. They will hook you up. So everybody, thank you so much. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in on a Friday night. I love you all. Thank you so much, and I will see you later. Woo!